Hey guys, welcome to another video. I'm going to troubleshoot that P16D0 code again. I uploaded a video a while back where I replaced intake rocker arm solenoid valve, and a couple months later the same code came up again, and at that time I had to replace the oil control valve or intake rocker arm oil control valve. So we got Ian Halstead here 7 hours ago posted a comment. He says, fix it. Do you have a write-up for replacing the oil control valve? Keep getting P16D0 code. I replaced the intake rocker arm solenoid, but the code still remains. He means he replaced the intake rocker arm solenoid valve, so keeps getting the code. So it seems like this 2014 Chevy Malibu 2.5 engine has several valves. There's the intake solenoid valve, the exhaust solenoid valve, and the oil control valve. Probably a few more valves that I haven't heard of or we don't know about. So basically, the second time it came up on my vehicle, apologies in advance guys. I sold my vehicle about 3 months ago. I no longer have it, so we'll just have to do this video without a vehicle. I'll show you what part I had to replace, and I'm going to show you what the part looks like, and I'm going to show you how you can replace it yourself. So the part we're looking at is this one here. It is an oil control valve, or also known as rocker arm oil control valve for the 2.5 engines. Also looks like, here's an example. That's the picture. I do have a better pictures to demonstrate right here. This one is listed on eBay. So this is what it looks like. It's kind of a double barrel gun that's been cut almost. There's the oil, the seal, the rubber seal. Here's another view once it's removed. This is another angle. And the part number for this part, it actually fits in your palm of your hand. It's 12633613. So basically, here's the GM part number for this oil control valve. So how big is it? It fits in your palm. Okay, where is it located? It is located, this is your top of the engine. You remove the engine cover, and right here is the oil control valve, or also it's also known as rocker arm oil control valve. There's two, three different names it's known by. When I picked up my part from the dealership, Chevy dealership, the guys there had never heard of this part before, so I had to educate them as to what it was and where it goes. And so basically, you've got the part number right here, and you know how big it is, and you know kind of what the name is. What about the price? How much does this thing cost? It costs about $80 to $90, ranges anywhere upwards of $100 to $120. Here's one that's listed, I found on eBay. This is for Impala and Malibu 2014-15. That's the GM part number, same part number, and that part is listed at $78. But the seller here, it says GM warehouse parts. I don't know if it's GM selling it directly or not, so always be careful. You don't want to be stuck with a cheap knockoff that has quality issues and have the same problem a few weeks down the road. Okay, so we're working on P16D0 alternative fix, and once to replace it, we're gonna have to open the hood, park the car, shut off your engine, and remove the engine top cover, which is the plastic cover, which has 3 screws, T30 size hex wrench socket. You remove those, remove the engine cover, and next thing you do is we're going to be replacing this part, so it's hard to reach the 3 bolts on the back that it has. We're going to have to remove the intake boot. We can remove this clamp or this one here, and on the other hand, sorry guys, I don't have my card to show you. So we're going to have to basically pull it up and remove this intake boot. On the back of it, the oil control valve is going to have 3 bolts that are 10 millimeters. Here's a diagram. This side over here, this side is your windshield side. This side over here is going to be your front bumper. This is your oil cap, engine oil cap. This is your cylinder 1, spark plug, cylinder 2, and this is your oil control valve right next to the oil cap towards the back. And this is that part, oil control valve. It's got the 3 10mm bolts. What we're going to do first is to remove that. Once you have the air intake boot pulled out of your way, you're going to disconnect the wiring harness that goes on the back of it that is connected to this piece right here. You kind of squeeze that in and push it out. Remove the wiring harness, and next you're going to remove that 10mm bolt. That is the upper one, center one. Here's another 10mm bolt. There's the third one. You unscrew those with a 10mm socket or a wrench with a ratchet. And once you have those out, you're going to go ahead and pry this out or pull it out. If it's stuck too hard, use a flat blade screwdriver. You pull that out, so you remove it, and usually these things come with oil or rubber seals that look like this one right here. And here's another picture. That's the rubber seal. I believe it was Rubbermaid. Looks like a rubber seal. Once you have it out, you go ahead and put in the new one in there, and make sure you have the rubber seal, and rub a little bit of engine oil on it so over the years it doesn't get stuck and kind of welded in there onto that metal part of the engine. So you gently put it in there, make sure you've got the rubber seal, and you replace those 3 10mm bolts one at a time, screw them in, and reconnect the wiring harness. So once that's in place, you're going to have to put back the air intake boot and replace your engine cover, top plastic cover, and that'll be the end of that. So with these P16D0 codes, the first thing we usually have to do is do an oil change. And guys, the best oil to use is full synthetic. These new engines have a lot of valves, they run hotter, so it's best to just keep them synthetic. One time I used conventional oil, and I wonder maybe that's part of the reason it caused the valve to break or something. But I heard these valves they can go bad from just dirty oil, and each one of these valves, they got their own filters inside, it seems like, and most of them you cannot change just the filter, so when they go bad you have to replace the valve itself. Okay, so I hope this was helpful to you. Sorry I don't have the car with me anymore, I sold it, and that's how we do that. Good luck to yours. Thanks for watching. Let me know how it goes. I'll try to respond to your questions within a few hours. Take care.